Update on INEC chairman's whereabouts concerns me. It gives me so much concern because in this era where people can actually put their phone and just talk to the people, you don't need to set cameras, look for professionals to come edit and do anything. You could just set your camera, or the office could set a camera and just say, oh, this man is alive, or yeah, he's going to speak with you, and if possible go live. Let them see that you are alive. The reason why you see a lot of people doubting when the government say this is this, they doubt it, is because they have seen cases where the government said this is not true, and it turned out to be true. And people have said, in the case of the chief of army staff, they said, no, he went to just do this thing, annual leave now. And we civil servants will just think, okay, it's annual leave. But was it truly annual leave? They hid it from the public that this man had any terminal disease. It's okay if you don't want to talk about what the man is going through, but just say, oh, the man went to see his doctors. He won't be around from so time to so time. It now makes people remove their mind. Do you understand? But when you now make people to begin to speculate, it brings out a lot of explaining. And you know, when you begin to explain, you explain, tire, no evidence. Now, I saw this news that the one other African country came to Nigeria to learn electoral matters from INEC. And Nigerians were like, from INEC? But me, because INEC chairman has been rumored to RIP. So I said, let me go and check on those blogs where this message is coming from. I checked. I did not see any of those posts. I don't know if they brought it down. Now, I went further to check on INEC platform. Something of that nature should be on INEC platform, right? It wasn't there. I noticed that even one of the recent events, the INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu, or Yakubu Mahmoud, attended, it was not on their official page. And I'm wondering to myself, a man who was rumored to have died, and you people came out to debunk it. I didn't also see that news about them debunking on their page. It's just on a blog. Everything you want to do, whether you want to debunk, whether you want to make people believe this man is alive, should be on your official handle. That's how it's done. That's official practice. It's the simple logic. If this man is still alive, he should come out and speak to the people. This was the same thing that happened in the chief of army staff. The president said, I spoke with him, he's alive. Oga, speaking with him, you can always keep things under wraps. Let these people speak to the public. They are public office holders. Why should they be sending other people to say they are alive or they are not alive? That's where the problem is, and where the problem lies. So I saw people posting, they is it Togo or whatever, what country like that came, and they came to learn how to do elections. And I was laughing when I saw the headlines, and people, I even clicked on one of the videos to watch. I was laughing. You know why I was laughing? How do you come to INEC to learn electoral matters? Like, is it the one on paper or the one they practice you came to learn? Because, most of these things, they seem to have the one written that is supposed to be done. They want to preach to people. You can see they've started saying, oh, let us not use beavers. There's another way we want to use, because every election that is about to come, they know what to do to manipulate the system. So they are saying, oh, let us not use this one. They will start by encouraging you and educating you, creating awareness on a new one. That one, they've already noticed what they will do to doctor it. And at the end of the day, when they go before they'll tell you, go to court. When you go to tribunal judges will tell you, the INEC chairman said he was not saying that you must use this particular one, and there are other ways you can use, and we are not going to judge based on this. And you see the matter will be dead on arrival. That is how these people have been living. INEC chairman, yeah, everybody is talking about he's dead. INEC chairman come out and say, oh, you are alive, oh. It's a simple logic. It's a simple mathematics. You are alive. To avoid all these back and forth, come out and say that you are alive. It's very simple. Because you see, you guys have so, lied to Nigerians to the point that right now, if you greet them good morning, they need to check the time to be sure it's still good morning. They need to check the time that you're not greeting them good morning during afternoon period, because the lies is becoming too much. The lies. And now you see why it's good to live an honest life. A lot of Nigerians, let me say 90% or 98% of people I saw in the comment section did not wish the INEC chairman well because of the role he played in the last presidential election. The fact that this man, people were dragging him, he was unperturbed. Like he kept quiet. He was still coming out on function. Nothing like, addressing the public to say, no, let me explain. No. He knew that they were going to meet in court, meeting judges who are already compromised. And it's so sad for us to get to a point where a judge can actually be compromised, because growing up in a family where my father was a judge, he never gave us an opportunity to even bring somebody who seemed like they have a case in his court. To even bring wine, you ask you who gave you the wine. It's for what? What did the person say? I remembered one day, when there was this local government my dad was posted to. So my dad had gone to play lawn tennis because he plays lawn tennis. So one man came, he gave me a bottle of expensive wine and money in an envelope. My father came back. Oh God, this man, if not for the bond we had, he would have finished me that day. My father came. I said, Daddy, somebody brought. He said, somebody brought what? He packed the car immediately. The dogs were barking. He said, go and stand by that gate. You said the person said he's coming back. I said, yes, Daddy, stand by the gate. I stood by that gate till my father came back. Till this man came back to see my dad. And I handed him over the envelope and the wine. I said, my father said, please, you shouldn't even enter this house. You should go back with this. And when this man was just surprised, we closed the gate and I went back to my father said, never in your life, don't you ever, even if the person is someone you know, don't collect anything from anybody. Don't. If my dad goes for maybe to visit all the customary courts, the high court where in his zone where he was heading, as they are bringing things, normally when they do those supervision, they'll give them goat, they'll give them sheep, they'll give them so many things, they'll give them yam, chicken, plantain, plenty things. As they brought those things, my father asked the clerk, he said, hope these people bringing these things are not, they don't have a case. They say, no, sir, it's normal practice when you visit a court. The people there will do a welcome package for you. This one, sir, my lord, it has nothing to do, because my father at every point was checking everything you brought to him to be careful. He doesn't want, he is, in fact, to the point that he walks out his friends, people that you say, okay, this person is close to the judge, he can talk to him. He told his friend, the man is older than my dad. That man, he should be in his 80s now. My father walked him out of the house. He said, don't you ever. In fact, the person he brought a sheep and yam and what other thing. He said, don't ever come to my house with this. He walked them out of his friend. He walked him out. So it beats my imagination to see that at this time, some judges openly collect bribe without even, this was my father who was doing this thing behind closed door, not on camera. He was doing it, letting us to know that he's saying no to bribe. That is telling us, teaching us, because right now with what he did, he was teaching us how to live. So we come to this, this is now a normal thing to some judges. And they don't pity for their children. Or is it because they feel that their children don't know they are collecting bribe? Their children should know how much they collect as salary for them to live a certain lifestyle. It means they are collecting bribe. Yes. So Mahmoud Yakubu, the INEC chairman, should come out and speak to the people. Because this is dead, is not dead, is not dead. It's not going to help. Whether he has ROIP, because of rules and regulations here. So let them come out and say the truth and make Nigerians believe them for once. Because all this back and forth, how can they say people came to learn from INEC and the INEC chairman is not there and the thing is not posted on their official website? or official IG page. Search.